Happy Friendship Feast. One day, the little dog invited the lamb and the deer to his home, saying, "Come to my house as guests. I have prepared a lot of delicious food for you." The lamb and the deer happily went to the little dog's house. The little dog brought out skewers of roast meat, fresh fish, and pine nuts, saying warmly, "Eat, eat, don't be polite." The lamb and the deer didn't eat fish or meat, so they could only pick at the pine nuts. However, the pine nut shells were too hard, and the lamb and the deer couldn't open them no matter how hard they tried. They left with empty stomachs. On the second day, the little dog invited the bear, the fox, and the monkey to his home, saying, "Come to my house as guests. I have prepared a lot of delicious food for you." The bear, the fox, and the monkey happily went to the little dog's house. The little dog brought out lots of grass and vegetables, saying warmly, "Eat, eat, don't be polite." The bear, the fox, picked up the grass and vegetables, but couldn't bring themselves to eat them. They only wanted meat. The monkey searched through the grass and vegetables but couldn't find the fruits it liked, and left disappointed, drooling. The bear, the fox, and the monkey left with empty stomachs. On the third day, the little dog invited the squirrel and the panda to his home, saying, "Come to my house as guests. I have prepared a lot of delicious food for you." The squirrel and the panda happily went to the little dog's house. The little dog brought out bread, milk, and mushrooms, saying warmly, "Eat, eat, don't be polite." The squirrel couldn't find the pine nuts it loved, and the panda couldn't find the bamboo it liked, so they left with empty stomachs. "We won't play with the little dog anymore. He's just making fun of us," all the little animals said angrily. The little dog noticed that since inviting his friends over, they had all ignored him, which made him very sad. The little dog, feeling wronged, told his guest hosting experience to the wise old ox and asked sadly, "Uncle Ox, why did my friends ignore me even though I sincerely invited them?" After listening to the little dog's story, Uncle Ox burst into laughter and said, "Child, before hosting guests, you must first understand their habits. Child, think about it. The food you prepared can't be eaten by. They come to you with empty stomachs. Of course, they're not satisfied with you." "Oh, I see, Uncle Ox. How can I make everyone forgive me?" the little dog asked. Uncle Ox thought for a moment and said, "You go back and prepare well. I'll invite all your friends over. But this time, you can't make the same mistake again." The little dog happily said, "I got it," and quickly ran home to prepare. With Uncle Ox leading them, the little friends came to the little dog's house. The little dog brought grass, mushrooms, and vegetables for the lamb and the deer, skewers of roast meat and fresh fish for the bear and the fox, lots of pine nuts for the squirrel, bread and fruits for the monkey, and a bundle of bamboo for the panda. Everyone got their favorites food. They were very happy, and they thanked the little dog while eating. The little dog happily brought out grass and leaves, saying to Uncle Ox, "Thank you. Join us in the feast." The little dog himself brought out a plate of meat soup and rice. Enjoying the meal was everyone, happily spending the evening together. The next day, the little dog and his friends were playing in the forest. Suddenly, they heard a faint cry for help and immediately stopped their game, listening carefully. The voice seemed to come from the nearby marshland. The little dog immediately shouted, "Come on, friends, someone needs our help." He rushed towards the marsh, with the other friends following closely behind. They arrived at the edge of the marsh and found a little rabbit struggling in the mud, unable to free itself. The little dog and the other friends looked at each other, not knowing what to do. Eventually, they decided to unite and rescue the little rabbit together. The little dog first found long branches and ropes, attempting to reach the little rabbit. But the marsh was too deep to touch. So they decided to use their bodies as support and slowly approach the little rabbit together. They worked together, forming a human chain with the little dog at the front, and the other friends pulling the rope, supporting each other to move forward slowly. The monkey was clever and agile, using its strengths and skills to help pull the rope and find suitable support points, providing crucial support for the rescue operation. The squirrel had keen observation and quick reflexes, responsible for observing the situation of the marsh, guiding the team to avoid dangerous areas, and helping the little rabbit stay safe. The deer was good at jumping, quickly passing on instructions and coordinating the actions of each member, helping everyone maintain formation. The bear had strong physical strengths and a tough will, shouldering the heavy rope, and supports in the rescue operation, stabilizing the direction of the team's advance, while encouraging everyone to persevere and not give up on rescuing the little rabbit. Finally, with everyone's joint efforts, they successfully pulled the little rabbit out of the marsh. Although the little rabbit was covered in mud, it was unharmed. The little dog and the other friends lifted the little rabbit, taking turns wiping its body and comforting its fear. The little rabbit gratefully hugged the little dog and the other friends, tears streaming down its face. "Thank you, you are my lifesavers." The little dog smiled and said to the little rabbit, "Don't cry, little rabbit. We should help each other." He turned to the other friends and said, "Let's take the little rabbit home together." This rescue operation not only demonstrated the unity and courage of the little dog and his friends but also deepened their friendship, making them more closely united. The story begins with the little dog enthusiastically inviting various small animals to his home, hoping to entertain them with delicious food. However, due to a lack of understanding of the guests' habits and preferences, each invitation ends in failure. The little dog feels confused and saddened, but luckily, he receives valuable advice from the wise old ox. Guided by the old ox's wisdom, the little dog understands the key. It is essential to understand the guest's preferences and habits before entertaining them. So, he decides to re-invite his friends, this time carefully preparing food suitable for each individual's taste. This story conveys an important message. Respecting and understanding others' differences is the foundation for building friendships and harmonious relationships. In the second, we see the little dog and his friends playing in the forest when they hear a cry for help from the marshland. They immediately stopped their game and formed a rescue team, utilizing their own strengths together to rescue the little rabbit trapped in the muddy swamp. From this, it can be observed that the small animals demonstrated a spirit of unity, cooperation, intelligence, and bravery when facing challenges, deepening their friendships with each other. Thank you for watching my video. Remember to subscribe and like for more exciting story content.